Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Leonis Martin heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 12.
And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball 1. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Tanaka gets the sign. 2-1 on its way. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
Seared down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
In the second spot,
Johnny Peralta will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he hasn't played very well all season, and if you look at his last 10 games, he's only had 4 hits in those 10, so what's he doing to help?
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. In now, Robinson Cano. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Robinson Cano.
First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Now Cano swings and misses on a good 2-strike pitch there as he's retired for out number 2. Nelson Cruz will stand in for the first time now, and he does so with 22 home runs on the ledger so far. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Ellsbury, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Kyle Seager steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
Second and third, 2 away. Now a ball rolls softly to second. Fair-handed by Castro. It's there, and he's out.
Woo, no problem.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Liner towards second, but there is the second baseman Cano for the first out.
Batting second.
Digging in, Carlos Beltran. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Gutierrez is there to put this one away as they get Beltran on just one pitch.
Batting third.
Brian McCann gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. And Gutierrez will make the catch to retire the side. Delman Young makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Left fielder, Delman Young.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. You're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike two. Tanaka into his motion. Here's the 0-2. And this is lined right back up the middle. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Into the box now, Steve Clevenger, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Franklin Gutierrez into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded down the third baseline. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Adam Lind set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Hit out towards second. Glove by Castro. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. Aaron Judd will start things out here for the Pinstripers, to be followed by Mark Teixeira on deck.
Aaron Judd.
Drilled on the ground to short. Played on the backhand. And Peralta's throw is in time for out number 1. Stepping up to the plate, Mark Teixeira, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Throw to first to be in time, and Hernandez looking good here with 2 away.
Batting 6.
Greg Bird gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. There's a good fastball from Hernandez that time. Strike one.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
A ball and two strikes the count now with the bases empty and two away. Tap foul at home plate. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 1-2. Here it comes. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Seager will put this one away to retire the side. Leonis Martin is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Tanaka's ready. Here he comes 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
One strike.
Oh, that grounder got him. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
An impressive effort to stay with it, though.
Johnny Peralta.
Here's the first pitch to him. Johnny Peralta started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. Off is Martin. A pitch out. The throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly. 1-1. Here it comes. Oh, it looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single. So a runner at first with one man gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Third inning, no score to this point. Chop foul right at home plate.
Baseball fans see Robinson Cano and they think of his time with the Yankees and the Mariners, but some forget how great he was during the World Baseball Classic in 2013. He hit .469 for the undefeated Dominican team on his way to the tournament MVP award.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Castro is there for it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nelson Cruz. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss, as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Starlin Castro digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Starlin.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Here's a high pop-up. Seager is there for it. One out. Didi Gregorius will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. High pop-up. Peralta is there for it. 2 down. Kike Hernandez digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Martin going back, still going back. And he'll round it and try for third. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. Now a bluff back to second as he'll just hold on to it. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And it's quickly 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a looper to left. Young moving forward. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. Carlos Beltran stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's...
Here it comes, 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Young has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Kyle Seager is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. Now batting, Delman Young. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Line drive to center field. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Steve Clevenger is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Next pitch, chop foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to Teixeira, and it's in time for the double play. The side is retired. Brian McCann is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Hernandez looks in. Here it is on 1-0. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Aaron Judd stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And another foul ball. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Franklin Gutierrez heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Tanaka sets his sights. Here's the 2-0. Line drive to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Adam Lind stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Splitter swung on and missed, 0-1.
I think that's been his best pitch so far in this game. Guys just haven't been all that close to it.
Ground ball right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Leonis Martin steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Line toward right center, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. Johnny Peralta will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. First offering on its way. Got him fishing that time. 0-1.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
Fly ball out to straightaway left. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. The second baseman, Robinson Cano, will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home. And he will beat the throw to McCann. Safe at home plate. Nelson Cruz will dig in. Took a cold third strike his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Kyle Seager digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Looking to minimize the damage here on the ground to the right side. Teixeira's up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Greg Bird comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Starlin Castro in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Chopped at the plate, but it gets foul. A pause and the 0-2. Now a swing and a miss as Castro is retired here for the first out. Didi Gregorius in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he didn't look good on a changeup last time, and he just skied it. So don't be surprised if he sees a similar approach on this at-bat.
Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Ready for another chance? Kike Hernandez. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
It was a breaking ball away that he got out in front and just pulled it. I don't think that's necessarily the best approach for that pitch, but he got a good piece of it anyway.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Here's a called strike on the curveball. 1-2. Ready with the 1-2. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Martin is there. 2 gone. Stepping in, Jacoby Ellsbury. He singled his last time up. Into the seats, 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Delman Young makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Left fielder, Delman Young.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Steve Clevenger will stand in looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Hammers it to deep right field. Back goes Beltran, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run.
Now batting, right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and the M's have taken a 3-0 lead. Franklin Gutierrez is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. And Gutierrez comes up empty there, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole now. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Adam Lind will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Ellsbury going back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone.
Center fielder.
A solo shot that time for Adam Lind as the Mariners have opened up a 4-0 lead. Phil Koch is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Phil Koch.
Left side. Gregorius showing off the range. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight. Johnny Peralta will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Beltran has a beat on it, and that retires the side. Carlos Beltran will start things off here for the Pinstripers. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting in the on-deck circle.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning. Brian McCann will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Hernandez gets the sign. Here's the 1-0. Hit down the line at first. Lind has it. The tag, and he is out. Aaron Judd will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Into the windup and the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Martin moves over, and that's the 3rd out. Robinson Cano is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Beltran has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning. Nelson Cruz gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Vinny Pistano will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th. First pitch on its way. And he'll watch the slurve that falls in for strike 1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. To short, hit hard. Gregorius has it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Kyle Seager will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Mark Teixeira will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. And now a swing and a ball hit hard back up the middle. On to first is Peralta, 1 away here. Greg Bird will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Hernandez is ready. Here's the 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. High and deep to left center field. Young ranging back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. Starlin Castro will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Gutierrez coasts under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Didi Gregorius steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Martin is under it. And that ends the inning. Delman Young comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Left fielder, Delman Young.
Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and it's strike 1. And there's ball 1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he's set down, 1 away. Steve Clevenger stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Here comes the first pitch. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. 0-1 pitch on its way. Back to him, and that's off his leg. Nice recovery play to get the 2nd out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. Ready once again, Franklin Gutierrez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Swing and a miss on the slurve, strike 1. On he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Castro is there for it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Leading off the inning, Kike Hernandez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And taken in out there for the 1st out. Digging in once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. Carlos Beltran strides in, grounded out his last time through.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Runner at second here with one man out. And here's a swing and a miss as the count goes to 0-2 on Beltran.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
But he is in there as they can't get him at second.
Wow, his speed bailed him out big time right there.
Hernandez comes set. Here's the 0-2. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Brian McCann will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
The 0-1 pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Adam Lind ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Liner toward right center, so he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. Now at the plate, Leonis Martin. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll settle under it, but he can't hold on to it. Oh, boy. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out. Johnny Peralta gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ellsbury has it in his tracks, and that's the second out of the inning. Now to the plate, Robinson Cano. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Robinson Cano.
Lays off 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Aaron Judd will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Sent on the ground out to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Mark Teixeira will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone. A home run.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So a solo shot off the bat of Mark Teixeira. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Young looking up. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Yankees.
A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Yankees are back in business. It's now a 4-2 ball game. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Steve Cishek will come on here hoping to get the final.
Steve Cishek.
Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And he'll get into scoring position here with one away. It's a pinch hit double. Standing in as the potential tying run, Didi Gregorius. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Clevenger is up with it on the first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now. So last chance here, and stepping in, Kike Hernandez. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Chase Headley will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied.
Up next for the Yankees.
A two-run home run for Chase Headley. 8th home run on the season for him, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece. Gutierrez there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. Nelson Cruz will stand in to lead things off here in what's now a brand new ball game.
Yeah, and how about that last half inning? Now it's up to these guys to respond, maybe punch back, if you will.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Aroldis Chapman is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 54.
Chapman has the target. First pitch on its way.
A defensive change for the Yankees.
Kyle Seager is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted in the air out to left. Judd shading to his right. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Delman Young. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
You know, and I think that pop-up right there is just a result of poor pitch selection. He chased a bad pitch, and as a result, he didn't really put a good swing on it.
Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Oh, and he can't make the play. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Beltran is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Carlos Beltran digs in now after lining out in his last try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Grounded to the right. Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning. Brian McCann struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2. Aaron Judd will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. Cano ranging into the outfield. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Steve Clevenger comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Steve Clevenger.
In there for strike one, 0-1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. One gone. Standing in, Franklin Gutierrez. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Chapman's ready. First pitch on the way. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
First baseman, Alan Lynn.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he can't hold on there as he swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt, and he's down 0-2 now.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. McCann reaches out for the tag, and that ends the inning. Mark Teixeira brings his bat to the plate now to get the bottom of the 11th underway. Wade Miley will take over now to start them. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Hard hit toward the hole. Oh, look at Seager. He goes to first. He is out.
Oh, great play.
Making his way to the plate, Greg Bird. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
And, you know, that's the toughest one to get in a cycle, but you can bet that he's going to try to stretch any double into a triple if he gets any chance at all.
He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Matt Duffy digs in, ready for his first plate appearance. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And he is out on the tag. On to first, but good hustle as he's able to avoid the double play here. Didi Gregorius strides in, grounded out his last time through. He's set and the pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And this is fouled at the plate. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And even though that runs the count full, you'll at least get the benefit of giving that runner at first a head start here.
Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Clevenger is there to make the catch, and that means we've got Leonis Martin is set to go at the plate to lead off the top half.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. And now the infield shifts into a bunt prevent formation. No surprise with the speed that's at the plate. Runs up and gets this one down. Teixeira has it, but the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Now batting,
Johnny Peralta will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Dylan Betances will come in and pitch now.
New York Yankees, number 68, Dylan Betances.
Betances sets. Here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. That's inside. 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A strike, and it's 2-1. Two and two. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Robinson Cano digs in, and he'll try to improve on a 1-for-5 effort thus far.
Yeah, and you know, guys, the difference between a 2-for-6 and a 1-for-6 is a big deal. So let's see what he can do here.
Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard on the ground to third. Headley's got it. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. Chase Headley will try things again. He hit that 2-run homer.
You got to remain focused on making solid contact right here, but he's got to be thinking about how sweet it would be right here to hit another one for a walk-off.
Gutierrez over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Line to the right side. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. So a runner at first now with 1 away. And here's the ever-dangerous Carlos Beltran. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And another snap throw to the bag. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And again, he'll snap one over to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And he'll snap one over to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a move over to first, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Ready with the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Good spot for the change there, and that'll knock things up at 2-2. And a quick bluff here over to first, but he'll just stare him back without throwing. Possible winning run on first, one man away. Throw over to the bag, and he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Tapped out in front of home. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Brian McCann digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. This is pulled into right. Gutierrez is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more. Nelson Cruz steps in to begin the inning. Brian Mitchell will come on now as he'll take over on the mound to begin the lucky 13th inning. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Ellsbury on the move. He can't get there as it falls in. Kyle Seager stands in here trying to get off the schneid. He's 0 for 5 so far. Here's the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Beltran is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Delman Young will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Delman Young.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Got him. Steve Clevenger comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Backhanded. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. Aaron Judd will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Miley's ready. Here's the first pitch. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. Good bite to the slider there as it's chopped foul at the plate. Strike 1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Yanked on the ground down the line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive. Still 0-2. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Greg Bird. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Possible game winners at second base here with one away. Well, they missed with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and just put him aboard here, and they'll do just that. Matt Duffy steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around. Nick Vincent will come on and try to get at him. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball. Snap throw from the catcher. Possible game winners at second base here with one away. And here's a ball hit in the air. Lind in foul ground, and no one can get there. He'll try it again. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? There's one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double. Franklin Gutierrez is set to go at the plate to lead off the top half.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. And this is taken in there by Ellsbury for the first out. Adam Lind digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. On to first here as Lind is set down now 2 away. Digging in now, Leonis Martin, 3 for 6 in the ball game to this point. Now here's the pitch. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And here's a pitch in the dirt, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here. Didi Gregorius is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half. Smoke toward the hole. Oh, how about Cano? He's up with it. The throw in time.
Oh, what a play.
Chase Headley digs in yet again. If you remember, he hit a big home run back in the 9th inning. Belted out toward deep center field. Martin going back at the track. The wall. Gone! Santa Maria. Game over. Chase Headley with a solo shot. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious